Hello everybody, Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds, and today I'm out here in Arizona, just north of Phoenix, Arizona, on a car that I authenticated for the National LS6 registry, and it is going to a new home in Michigan. A really cool, epic color combo, Cortez silver, black stripes, Cowl Induction, bucket seats, no console, really cool, like a race car. U14 Tach and Gauges, a 331 car, really cool. Didn't get the 410. A lot of people don't know this, but a 331 rear axle LS6 Posi is pretty rare. I think about maybe only 1,100 LS6s remained with the 331 rear axle. So really cool M22 car with 3 build sheets. Some things are correct, some things are not. Some of the typical add-ons, but a really nice LS6 rebuilt to dyno 530 horsepower, which has the paperwork with it. I'll go under the hood and around and show you the things like we normally do is my video documentation, which is my video report of this actual car. It is a May-built Kansas City, Missouri car, so it should have rounded edges on the stripes, metal inner fenders, so forth and so on, like we've been over before. But really cool color combo. Cortez silver is way up at the top as far as desirability, especially when you got the cool options, the Cowl Induction and the Tach and Gauges and the 4-speed. Really cool. No power steering, so this is like a race car, so to speak. LS6 Chevelle. Again, May of 1970 Chevelle Kansas City LS6. So here we go. If you see right off the bat, we always start out, look at the T3 headlights all the way across the front, really cool. It does have the later version Cowl Induction hood, which is correct. You can see the center dash speaker. So the car did not have AM, FM. It was just an AM standard, AM mono radio. Look at the Cowl Induction, and you can see the Cowl Induction solenoid with the original assembly line solenoid, which is generally a good sign as far as a car. The car did come with Cowl Induction. We have a build sheet, so we're not guessing on those things. An assembly, not an assembly line, but it is a GM air cleaner assembly on this car. A lot of time, what you can look at on the assembly line, it'll have the 2 indentions on the actual horn. This has one, but it is a GM model. That is not a reproduction. We got the left side valve cover is correct with the right wire loom in front of the bolt and the provision for the temperature wire with the clip for the temperature wire. That is correct for a 1970 Chevelle, and then the opposite side does not have the TCS solenoid clip. So this side would be incorrect, the other side is correct. So how that happened, I don't know. The car is not equipped with a TCS solenoid. As you can see, typical modifications under the hood. It does have headers. Again, this car has 530 horsepower. You can see it has top post battery cables. That's incorrect. Should have the side post R79. So the guy who bought this car, he's going to own the car. He's not going to sell it. He's going to keep it a while. He's going to, like we all do, start making the car more and more correct as he owns the car. This car does retain its original radiator. If I can focus on you, it is dated April of 70, XJ tank. You can see right there, X, J, and D. Tag that is on the car is incorrect. Either somebody added that, but that's the P. That's for the heavy duty cooling for when if the car had the 410 radiator, a 410 rear axle would have had the heavy duty cooling radiator. This car is correct without the heavy duty cooling. As you can see, it does not have the provision for that. So for a 331 car, that is correct. You can see the incorrect alternator should have a 37, and that's an incorrect alternator bracket as well. The 756 on the firewall. There were times when guys thought that those crayon markings were on top of the paint, and we've been over this before. What happens is that grease pencil etched the metal, and over time it would bleed through. So guys thought when the car was brand new that the pencil was right there where you could see it. It is not. It was painted over and bled through over time. So technically a person should take that 756 and that 14, which would be for code 14 for Cortez silver, and just take that off. There should just be a black firewall there. So really cool car. Should have it's got a 772 fan, and it should have the 064. Being a May of 70 built, generally it would have had an 064, the undated version with the bigger fan blade. And of course you can see the replacement water pump, some typical stuff under the hood. This engine has been rebuilt professionally and the engine has been decked. So unless it was rebuilt a long time ago, I'm going to say more than likely it was decked years ago and then of course rebuilt again. But the casting date to this engine falls in line with this car. It's C31 of 70, March the 31st, which is perfect for a May built car. So it's anyone's guess whether this was the original engine, but it is the correct engine, but there is no stamp there. We do have incorrect horns. Again, the new owner is going to start working on some of these things, but the finish on that hood latch and the hood hinges are spot on. Dead on correct. You can see the hood pin holes in their correct location for a Kansas City, Missouri car. And you can see there, that's an original washer jar. You see it's a little bit yellowed, but that is not a reproduction. I'd rather see that a million times over than a reproduction. And you can see the wiring harness that goes to the Cowl Induction solenoid. It is down there. It's just wrapped up. It needs to be unwrapped and run through the wiring gutter and back up through here and plugged in the grommet to the Cowl Induction. You see the power brake booster with the Delco Moran. A lot of times that is upside down, but this is an authentic version and is dated the 131st day of 1970, which is dead on correct. And let's see if we can focus. A lot of paint is on this cowl tag, but we'll try to make it out. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can see the 713637 and the body numbers, which is on the build sheet. You can see the 1414, the L, the infamous L. Most people think for super sport equipment. And you can see what's really cool, the B. So sometime about early April, a Kansas City, Missouri car began putting the stripe color on the cowl tag. So that B, is in line with this car. So definitely a correct car. I think you can see the 05C build date in the 756 trim for black bucket seat interior. And all of this car shows up exactly the way it does on the build sheet. I don't think it's had any added options at all. What's on the build sheet pretty much is what you see the way the car stands up right now. Really nice car. All four of the wheels, two of the wheels are not dated to the car, they're 69s, and two of the car wheels are dated April the 22nd, which I do believe they remained with the car. So two of the Super Sport wheels are the original wheels to the car or the correct dated original wheels to the car. Let's go into the interior. Beautiful Super Sport dash here. I do believe the gauge cluster has been restored, but this original CX code steering column, standard steering column, has always been with this car. You can see the no console, really cool. I'll go to the other side and show you the documentation. The high red line tachometer, but you can see by the color on the gauges that the gauge cluster itself has been restored, but that's original steering wheel, original steering column. And really cool bucket seat, no console. Give it really the race car feel. I believe as far as the glass is concerned, we got three original pieces. The windshield itself is really nice. It is a reproduction, but it's the correct reproduction that you can buy with the correct marking. So really cool. Somebody went the extra mile to buy a correct new windshield with the correct April of 70 build date on that windshield. This particular piece of glass in the door glass, I believe, has been changed. Both quarter glasses are original, and the rear glass as well is original to the car. And if you look, well, you can see some of the little imperfections. Again, a 55-year-old rear glass. On the back of the car, it does have a reproduction rear bumper pad. Of course, that's something, a bridge that the new owner can cross. I'm going to say about 99.9% of all 70 Chevelles now. Very few have original rear bumper pads. That's something that almost every car needs to have addressed. Go to this side. Again, this quarter glass was original. This glass dated VV is December of '69. Being over 5 months from the car, I believe this door glass has been changed as well. And you can see right here the dyno results all the way down in brake horsepower, 530 at 6,200 RPM. I don't know if we have a date up here when that happened. Yes, we do, way back in November of '06. So it's running strong. And copies of the original build sheet. There's one copy right here, so we can show who's who. The RV, the WO M22, the RV 331, like I was explaining to you, the BQ radiator, which is the 3-row, the 1414 Cortez upper and lower, 756. You see Strato bucket seats, no D55 console, D88 hood and deck, 331 Posi, LS6 M22, instrument panel gauges, special duct hood, Cowl Induction, customer order, Kansas City, Missouri, LS6 Chevelle. And the body number on the cowl tag does match that, and the data processing 0480. So, like I said, the actual car itself shows up exactly the way it does on a build sheet. So, kudos to this car. A real LS6 with documentation and a real epic color combo. I've owned cars about like this, and within a year, I've corrected a lot of the incorrect stuff. And, you know, this car within no time can have some minor things done and enjoy the car all along the way. So, you know, LS6 Chevelles with documentation are really good investments, and that's what this car is, especially Cowl Induction the way it is. Really nice LS6 engine, runs and drives nice. Really cool car. A lot of guys, you can see that's the '69 L78 Yenko Nova. It's in the same showroom. I owed the guy a favor, so we put it on his showroom floor for a while. A lot of you guys remember that car. It kind of blew up the internet, but there it is. So anyways, back to the LS6. Really cool, May of 1970, LS6 M22 331, Cortez silver with documentation. Runs and drives well. Going to a new home. It will receive my endorsement and is already entered into the LS6 registry. I'm Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds. Please like, share, and subscribe on my page. I really appreciate all the participation into my work. And if you need your '70s Chevelle authenticated, that's what I'm doing. I've helped a lot of guys. Again, my last 3-4 inspections, I have saved guys from buying misrepresented cars. And this actual individual here was one of my clients, 6 months, a year ago. He passed on a car, and now he's buying this car because this is definitely an LS6 Chevelle, and that's what he was looking for. And you just don't get much better than an epic color combo with 99% of every option a person would want. This car doesn't even have power steering. It's just really like a race car, LS6. And while we're at it, I'll just show you the date code on that. That's never been changed. Right there, dated the 114th day of 1970. That definitely falls in line with a May built car. It would be sometime in the month of April. Really cool. So please like, share, and subscribe. Reach out to me, pnichols26 at Yahoo. And if you need your '70s Chevelle authenticated, more videos on the way. Thanks again.